Naima and I were just
TJ.
talking about how talented Miss Wallace is.
Yeah.
She's a mathematics teacher and an art teacher. And in your starter kit for the Amazing Shake, you'll see samples of the maps of the gauntlet round that she actually hand draws, and they're amazing. But I've got to tell you about this young lady right here. So this is Naima Johnson. She is one of our 8th grade students. But in addition to being a brilliant student, she is not the one-time, but the 2-time reigning Ron Clark Academy Amazing Shake champion. So thank you for staying around after school to talk to me right now, Naima. So Naima has been very successful in the Amazing Shake. And so participating in these challenges, Naima, what do you think what are some of the main things you've taken away from this and learned from this experience?
Well, the competition is just so complex and there's so many different things going on, but I've learned that being yourself is the best advice anyone can give you, because in my 5th grade year, I remembered I walked into the competition and I was like, I'm going to be this student, and I kind of had a mold for myself. But by the time my 6th grade year came around, I was a little more natural with it. And when you kind of let your personality shine, you have a lot more fun, and the judges recognize that as well.
So how do you get over your nerves to be able to do that?
To be honest, I'm always nervous. I have to find a way to use my nerves as I'm doing and competing in the challenges, because I don't really get rid of them. I think those are kind of like a motivation for me, and I kind of always act as if, you know, nobody's watching me and I'm in my mirror, you know, talking, imagining, and kind of make it comfortable for myself as if I know these people. So.
And I love that you said be yourself, because one of the things that we teach students during the Amazing Shake is that, you know, when we're teaching the handshake and conversational skills, sometimes people sound very robotic.
Yeah.
Right? They almost sound fake, they sound canned, and those students who are able to use those skills but do them in a very natural way, they seem to really excel. And one of the things I think is so wonderful about you, Naima, is sometimes people have this misconception that the Amazing Shake is only for people who are extremely extroverted, extremely loud, and I think that you have really self-described yourself sometimes as introverted. So kind of talk about the advice you would give a teacher who's working with an introverted student, or a student who's watching this who's introverted, about how you can even use that to an advantage, or how you became comfortable with that in this environment.
Well, being an introverted person, it feels unnatural for me to be the loudest or most boisterous person in the room. So I kind of have to be more mellow with the way that I have conversations with people. Like, I like situations like this where I'm just talking to someone one-on-one. So my advice for someone who is more introverted is to embrace that and to not make yourself be something you're not, because then you become uncomfortable and it's awkward for whoever you're with.
And what do you do when it's the night before or even the week before? What kinds of things do you personally do to prepare for the shake?
Well, preparing for the Amazing Shake, it's like the day before the first day of school, just really exciting. You know, I like to do things that calm my nerves, so face mask for one, because that's just
a spa night.
Yes,
See,
spa
I think
night.
that's a great idea.
I'll do face mask, and I'll also practice with like friends or parents, just typical interview questions. So resources like Google, or sometimes the school may give us a few hints as to what might be happening. Just making sure I'm prepared, but not over preparing, because then I come in with a set, I guess, script, and it sounds robotic, and then things are uncomfortable and I'm not doing as well. So I just make sure that I'm relaxed, comfortable, and also confident. So positive affirmations are something that I strongly believe in. So sometimes I'll look in the mirror before school and say, you're going to ace this test, you're going to do great today, and just be yourself. So I think that's kind of my motto.
That's wonderful. And some of the schools that are watching, they may be sending students here to the Ron Clark Academy for the Nationals. Now, I know that you may be competing in the Nationals as well, so maybe you don't want to give away all your secrets, but are there any tips you could give any of those teachers about ways to prepare their students for coming here for the national competition?
Nationals is a completely unique experience, just because there's kids of all ages from all over the country, and sometimes internationally as well. So number one, I'd say to have fun. It's amazing getting to make connections with kids who don't live in your state and keeping in touch with them later, but also in terms of skills for the competition, those connections that you make with students, it helps you throughout, because you can say, reference them and things like that, and then the judges will recognize that you're really embracing the whole situation, and they realize that you're not just here to compete, you're also here to learn, make new friends, and overall just enjoy the experience.
I love that. See, now you all see why she's been so successful. And that's one of the things that we do want students to understand through the Amazing Shake. It's not just about a competition. It's really about teaching them how to be the best versions of themselves, you know, how to interact with people and show that strength of character and succeed in that way. So Naima, thank you so much. I could sit here and talk to you all night. I'm sure people would probably rather listen to you than any of us adults for the rest of the night, but thank you for joining us. And I'm going to hand it back over to Ron and Kirk.
Thank you, Kim, and thank you, Naima. Love that child so much.
Oh my goodness, such a sharp student.
Yeah, just love her.
And she's in the Black House, all Turismo. Throw your diamonds up. Go
All
and throw
right.
them black hearts in the comments.
Glad y'all